Here's why having a Ranger tab could be the biggest mistake you bring to Special Forces assessment and selection. The coveted black and gold tab, synonymous with elite infantry, synonymous with elite leadership, synonymous with the best and the most high-speed infantrymen / leaders our nation has to offer. However, guys, I'm here to tell you that you bring that to Special Forces assessment and selection, and it might lead to your downfall. Here's why. Guys, if you guys don't know what you got to go through to earn your Ranger tab, you got to go to Ranger School down at Fort Benning for approximately 61 days. Grueling school. I'm sure you'll learn a lot. I've never been, but guys, if you're thinking about going to Special Forces assessment and selection, I would hold off on going, right? So I was on a call today with a young man who is trying to go to Special Forces assessment and selection. He's down here at the 82nd Airborne, located here at Fort Bragg, right? After speaking to that individual, guys, he has a lot of leaders pushing him to attend Ranger School prior to going to Special Forces assessment and selection. Horrible idea. Guys, after speaking with him for several minutes, here's what I told this young man. And I wanted to share this with you because I know where there's one, there's at least 10. Where there's 10, there's at least 100, right? And this doesn't just go for Ranger School. It also goes for Sapper School, all right? Or any of these other schools out there that's going to be tasking on your body and also your mind. So guys, when you're looking at going to Special Forces assessment and selection, all right, going to Ranger School or Sapper School or any of these other schools, first, you risk getting injured. Now, I recently did a breakdown of 2 weeks in hell. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you go check it out, because there you'll see a lot of guys, a lot of candidates showed up with pre-existing injuries, all right? Going to Ranger School en route to Special Forces assessment and selection, you risk picking up an injury down there. Guys, it is a difficult course. More often than none, you are going to suffer some type of injury down there, whether it's rolling an ankle, breaking a leg, like whatever it may be. Do not risk it. Do not, I say again, do not risk going to Ranger School prior to selection, because if you do so, you might end up with an injury that could end your hopes and dreams right there before it even starts. Guys, another reason why going to Ranger School before attending Special Forces assessment and selection is a bad idea is because it gives you a false sense of preparedness. Guys, Special Forces assessment and selection is an entirely different beast. I'm here to tell you that unless you've been before, you're not going to experience anything like it, all right, until you go to the course. Graduating Ranger School and then thinking that you're hot shit and thinking that you got it, thinking that you can crush it, and then going to selection immediately after will give you a false sense of confidence, and you're gonna hit selection and you're going to get smashed. Guys, I've witnessed this firsthand when I went to selection back in 2008. All right, I'm here to tell you it's a bad idea. I don't want to see that happen to you guys. Another reason why going to Ranger School or Sapper School or any of these other mentally tasking schools prior to selection is because by the time you hit selection, guys, you're going to be mentally and physically fatigued. Those schools are hard, not only on the body, but also on the mind. You think about Ranger School, guys. You have that backpack on your back. You're eating maybe one MRE a day. You're not getting a lot of sleep. On top of that, you have to prep for missions. You have to brief, and then you have to lead, all right? 61 days straight of that. Guys, it is going to be mentally tasking, and it's going to crush your body. Number 4, as far as reasons why that I don't recommend you go to Ranger School prior to going to Special Forces assessment and selection is because it's a different skill set. All right, guys, I had to speak to this young man on the phone and let him know, check it out, man. Nothing you are going to learn at Ranger School is going to help you at selection, right? Ranger School is there to teach you small unit tactics. You won't need that until you get to the Q course. Focus on passing selection first before you start worrying about that stuff. And then he hit me with this one. Well, leadership, right? It's the premier leadership in, the Army. I want to be better at leadership. And I'm like, dude, Ranger School doesn't teach you leadership, all right? It teaches you small unit tactics. You have to show up to Ranger School with leadership skills, with leadership traits. Ranger School is a small unit tactic school, not a leadership school. You go there already knowing leadership and you're getting evaluated at leadership, right? You don't go there to get leadership 101. That's not it. So if you're thinking that going to Ranger School, you're going to get leadership training or you're going to, become a better leader, guys, it's going to show you, it's going to tell you who you are as a leader, but it's not there to instruct you on how to be a better leader, right? So if you're thinking that you're going to get that by going, that's false. Right? Don't waste your time. Guys, last but not least, as far as reasons why you shouldn't go to Ranger School prior to going to selection is because it's the perception that the cadres are going to look at you from, right? It's the lenses that the cadres are going to look at you from. You may think that cadres, don't know who you are. They don't have your ERB. They're not scrubbing that. That is false. If you show up to selection with a Ranger tab or a Sapper tab or whatever, more is going to be expected of you. All right. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying be aware of it. Cadre is going to look at you and say, you have a Ranger tab. There's no reason why you should be walking on the roads. There's no reason why you should be conducting integrity violations at selections. All right, guys, you're going to get looked at and scrutinized a lot more. All right. I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm just saying if you can wait, go to selection, knock that shit out, go to the Q course, crush it, then go to Ranger School, then go to Sapper School, and go get all those tabs if you want them, all right? Guys, I just wanted to come on here and share this information with you because, again, the intent here is to set you up for success. And if you're interested in going to Special Forces Assessment and Selection, make sure you check out GreenBeretChronicles.com where I have a variety of prep course for you to help you crush it, all right? You also get access to the Discord and the community on there that I'm trying to build, guys. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves.